Yo, what's good, gang? It's your boy BMSO back in the building with another video, and it's your favorite YouTuber coming at you with a alarmingly fantastic topic. And so before we even get started in it, I want to just start off by saying Sean Connery, Bruce Wayne, James Bond, and the US military were all guys that I looked up to when I was growing up, right? So a couple of weeks ago, I made a post on Facebook, and it said I lost a lot of homies because they chose a woman over brotherhood. I'm selective because men are weak and stand for nothing. If you turn on me once that easily for something easily accessible, you do it again, and next time it could be fatal. I take no chances with my life in a weak man's hands. And so I had a comment on there that just said, just shut up. Me and this individual went back and forth, whatever the case may be, but every single time I make one of these posts, I get hate comments, right? Here's another one example. I'm no longer addressing weak males in 2024. If you come on my profile acting up, I will block you, right? Now, we didn't have a particularly engaging conversation with anyone underneath that post, but it begs the question, what is going on here? What happened to the men? And where did we go wrong? So today, I want to review a video that was shot way back in the past when Sean Connery was still alive. And he's actually being interviewed by Barbara Walters. And so in this interview, it'll bring clarity and light into where we have gone in a society. See, the other thing that I get a lot of flack for is I say I'd rather be around men of a similar caliber as me or better, so that way I can gain knowledge and understand life itself, because as a 28-year-old man, I don't know everything, and I'm not afraid to admit that I don't know everything, right? But the men that are going to be around me, they do know things that I don't know. These men are 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, and I enjoy having the conversations with these guys because they've been through life, and that's what I value. I value experience over someone who's still my age trying to give me advice on what to do, because we all know whatever works for you is not going to work for somebody else, right? So here, well, let's get into the video about Sean Connery and Barbara Walters, and in just a little bit, guys, I'm gonna have to stop the video for fair use purposes so I don't get a copyright strike on YouTube, and we'll have a little bit of a discussion based on what we see. Okay?
Does the friendship mean a lot? Friendship with men?
Oh yeah, I like that. I think that's one of the pleasures of golf as well. I'm not mad. I don't like playing golf with women, no matter how good they are. I really don't.
Your wife plays golf?
She's a very good golfer, yeah.
You don't like to play with her?
With her, no.
Why not?
Because I don't like playing golf with women.
Why not?
I like the company of men better at golf.
Why?
It's very difficult to explain. It's just it's more pleasurable.
Stop right there real quick. Her first question is, do you like golf? Do you like to play golf with women? What is the difference between playing golf with men and playing golf with women? Sean Connery says it's very hard to explain, but as we see in everyday life, people have traded this in for time with the kids, time with the family, time with the wife. Now, this is not a bad thing if you yourself want to do this and you yourself do not want to spend time with me. That's your own personal choice. Might as well go paint your nails or some shit like that. I'm not judging you. I don't care. But this man just said, I'd rather be in the company of men. Okay, so let's continue the video. Let's see what else he says.
Playing golf with men than women.
Years ago, you did an interview, which may come back to haunt you. Whatever, you know what I'm going to say, right?
No.
Okay, you did an interview in which you said, it's not the worst thing to slap a woman now and then. As I remember, you said you don't do it with a clenched fist, it's better to do it with an open hand. Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I didn't love that.
I haven't changed my opinion.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Hey, this is a real deal, dude. This is a real man and what he's talking about. Now, obviously, I'm not condoning anyone putting your hands on a woman. That is not right at all. However, this guy is standing on business. When people say standing on business, I got it out, I got this out the da 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 da. Man, look, check this out. This man is a superstar worth hundreds of millions of dollars and is still standing on business to his laurels. Now, of course, the time has changed since he was young and he did interviews, and now he's a little bit older, as you can see, but he's still standing on what he believes in. And right now, we don't have that. So let's continue listening.
You haven't?
No, not at all.
You think it's good to slap a woman?
No, I don't think it's good. I
don't think it's bad.
I don't think it's that bad. I think that it depends entirely on the circumstances and if it merits it.
What would merit it?
Well, if you have tried everything else, and women are pretty good at this, they can't leave it alone. They don't want to have the last word, and you give them the last word, but they're not happy with the last word. They want to say it again, and get into a really provocative situation. Then I think it's absolutely right.
Now, we've all been here before. If you had a fiance, if you had a girlfriend, if you've had a wife, this all applies to you. She keeps nagging and nagging, or you're asking her, hey babe, what's wrong? She goes, nothing. Okay, but she walking around here just Then you ask her again, hey babe, what's going on? What's wrong? She walking around here like Then you like, all right, I ain't gonna ask you no more. Well, after a day or two, you're gonna be tired of it and you're not gonna want to figure it out anymore, because why is she acting like this? And that's what Sean Connery is talking about. And again, just to clarify, I am not for putting your hands on women, men, or anything like that. This is simply his perspective in the world he grew up in. Let's continue.
To give her a good slap.
Yeah, absolutely.
What if she gives you a good slap back?
Well, then you get into another area. I mean, then maybe she's getting to like it, and then it becomes something else. I don't know. But no, seriously, I think that it's the last resort. He's not going to do it because he wants to do it.
Wait till people see this interview. You're going to get mail.
Yo, she said wait till people see. Yo, this is so funny because right now, if someone were to say this in 2024, they would be canceled. And I'm probably going to get canceled for even showing this interview, even though I don't believe in what he's talking about. But I understand and I see where he's coming from. Let's continue.
Might get some female. Well.
Do you ever slap your wife?
No.
No, she doesn't provoke it.
No.
Yeah.
Well, she takes me to the wire. She's very, she's very much got her own views and opinion and everything, and she's French, and they're quite pragmatic, and but no, I mean, she's tiny anyway, and but I have a very violent temper. And I wouldn't want to start hitting. But I'm also quite strong.
What makes your marriage work?
That my wife has a lot of interests and things. She's totally absorbed with me. And we have enough separations that we've been doing some things all the time, so we come back here, there's always something to talk about.
She's totally absorbed with me. Yo, he said my wife is totally absorbed with me. What do we see now in 2024? From my experience, from what I see, I got a lot of homies that are married. Well, acquaintances that are married. They're totally absorbed with something else other than what they're supposed to be absorbed with, right? They make excuses. They want to go on girls trips, blah, 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 blah. You're supposed to be married. Why are you going on girls trips? You got a fiance, you got a boyfriend, you got a man. Why are you going on girls trips? You are not immersed with him.
I couldn't be with the same person all day, every day. It would bore me to tears.
Do you believe in fidelity?
Do I believe in fidelity?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe in fidelity.
I couldn't be with the same person over and over and over again. It would bore me to tears. Yo, I'm crying. But he ain't telling no lies at all. Let's continue.
Yeah.
Your wife is totally absorbed in you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you totally absorbed in your wife?
As much as I can be, yeah. But as I say, I have to go. For example, if I go to make a film, she doesn't come with me the first week. I can come and go and do exactly what I need to do to get it right for me. And she understands that. And so she has sufficient interest in things herself anyway, not to need to be sitting there.
I swore when I was preparing the questions for this interview that I would not use the phrase male chauvinist. But you are.
Hey, bro, as you can see, bro, she leaking. She is turned on by this man. Look, I don't know any woman that would willingly call a man names for nothing. Right? You're weird. Oh, you're ugly. Oh, you're cocky. Boy, she is dripping wet right now.
A male chauvinist,
All
aren't
right,
you?
and what is a male chauvinist?
Well, it's a guy who it's that sort of macho, women are kind of nice as long as they're not too much around and a good whack. And
I never said that. I never said that.
Well, you said you don't mind giving him a little whack.
No,
if
you're
it's the
lifting it
last
right
resort.
out of context.
Okay, then you tell me.
And yo, what do we see today? We see the same thing. People taking stuff out of context and putting their own spin on it just to make it seem like they're right most of the time. And that's what we're seeing here. Right? And this is the reason why these things happen. Right? When we have a misunderstanding or a disconnect between people, right? And in the suburban community, this is prevalent because back then, even though he's worth hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, most men lived like Sean Connery lived. Most men did what Sean Connery did. They went to work. If they had a business meeting, they would go fly to the business meeting. If it's for a month or 2 months or something like that, they would go out there, they would send for their wife for a few days and then send her back so she could, take care of her business. And that's how the suburban community used to be. And there used to be an unspoken agreement. Now it's not that way anymore. Now it's whatever she says goes. Now it's, whatever my wants, my needs, my desires are always going to be put on the back end. Now, in a way, I think it's always been this way. I want to dive deeper into this topic on the relationships in the suburban community with different people. And yes, I do come from the suburban community, but I have a different upbringing. The culture was different than what we see today and what we are going to see in the near future. But I digress.
So
you tell me what you I don't profess to be macho. I don't profess to walk around smacking her. I never smacked my wife.
It's the attitude.
Saying,
it's the attitude.
The attitude. Oh. You mean my attitude should be different when I'm talking about women?
No, it's okay.
Oh,
it's
what do you
just,
mean?
well,
I don't like playing golf with women. That's a crime. I don't go and insist playing with them. So why should they come insist playing with me? Also, in the golf club, when there's a room for men only, I think it's terrific. And why would they want to go in if they're not wanted there? Now, I suppose I could go and say, well, where's the ladies' club here? I must go and get some games of these wonderful 36 handicappers. And, you know what I mean?
This ninja is hilarious, bro. Like, what? Bro. He said, why would you go somewhere it's not watered out? It's not like I'm going to the ladies' room and be like, oh, 36 holes, where you at? I want to be here. Oh, let me in, please. Bro, gobbledygook.
Equal time,
Coming up
equal
with
rights.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the Equal Rights Amendment? Do you know that the amendment we're trying to have passed in our country?
Well, I think it's unequal rights now with the women. I think they've got everything going for them.
You do, huh?
It gets into... I think that you should get paid if you do the equal job, yeah. I know I work harder and earn more money to make things happen, which has been my role since I can remember. And if the guy is going to be the one that's got to go out and do the work to feed everybody so that they can have the kids or go to school or have a car or whatever, then they have to give him a primary consideration. No? Now, there are some exchange in the roles where the wife says, okay, I'm going to work and you can do the cooking and bring up the kids, Well, if some men are suited for that, I think it's terrific.
And I don't disagree with him at all. If you're a man or a male, if you are better at taking care of kids, if you're better at cooking, if you're better at household chores, I think you should go full in with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all, and having your woman go out and make the bulk of the money. There's nothing wrong with that if that's the life that you want to live. I'm wholeheartedly in agreement with him. But that's not something that I want to do. That's not something that my community and my culture brought me up in, right? But if you want to do that, hey, look, by all means, go for it.
I don't think I'd be very good at that.
I don't think you'd be very good at that either.
Then it's better I should do something I'm good at. Then she would be happy too, no?
What about both working and both helping at the house and both helping with the kids?
Well, that happens in part.
Do you respect a woman's opinion as much as a man's?
But of course.
Okay.
Of course, why wouldn't I?
All right.
But you know, there are stupid women, eh?
And there are
stupid men.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you
We haven't cornered the market on all our faults, eh?
we've been talking somewhat seriously, but somewhat teasingly too. Do you mind when someone says you're a male chauvinist? You've heard it before.
I don't mind, honestly. No.
Sean, what do you think is the biggest fault, in your opinion, that a person can have?
The biggest fault?
Yeah.
You mean other than being a chauvinist
Other
pig?
than being a chauvinist pig. Yeah. Pig is a word I didn't use.
Stupid. I hate stupidity more than anything.
Finish this for me. Sean Connery is...
Almost a male chauvinist pig.
That is the content for you guys. I really hope you enjoyed that interview from a very, very long time ago. That's when Sean Connery was a little bit older, towards the end of his life. I don't think he was playing James Bond anymore, but he did say some interesting things, and we do take a look into the mind and the mindset of men back then and how they thought and how they interacted with each other. Today, we don't see that. 2024, men are separating from the community. They're not creating their own culture. And that's something that I want to change. I want to build a community of men, like-minded, that is not controlled of anything. If this is something that you agree with, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me your thoughts about the video. If you agree, if you disagree, hit any button you like. And also, while you're at it, look at my previous videos as well. I also did a reaction to a Turkish woman who met her husband in America. And if you guys will enjoy that, you'll enjoy the rest of the content as well. We're all about self-improvement here, guys. And all right, before I go and as I close, guys, remember, 20 minutes a day keeps that fat away. Stay hard. Peace.
Fucked around and put my team on. Now I'm trying to see how far I go.